meantime, this EO gives your administration tools to push back on the most onerous and excessive state regulations. We're not going to push back on all of them. For example, kid safety, we're going to protect. We're not pushing back on that, but we're going to push back on the most onerous examples of state regulations, sir.
Okay, so two things I want to highlight from this video in terms of this debate, which has been going on really since the Trump administration started, this debate around the role of the federal government versus individual state governments as it pertains to AI. So the first thing is important leadership in this whole debate is coming from Texas. Senator Ted Cruz is the chairman of the Commerce Committee, where any legislation that ultimately touches on this is going to make its way through there. So worth noting, he's there standing behind the president, and the AI czar, David Sachs, is referring to his leadership in this race. So I'm glad to see that Texas has kind of a leading seat at the table in this. The second thing they mention, and this is an evolution, is there are certain issues, and the first one that they call out, one that there's pretty broad support around, is protecting children from AI-generated threats. So what we've seen in the past in terms of messaging from this administration around AI is more focused on the federal government should preempt all states in the area of regulation. And you've really seen partisan lines have broken down. This hasn't been a Republican and Democrat thing. You've seen most state-based elected officials say the states not only have a right, but an obligation to take action if their electorate, their constituents, believe that there are issues being presented by a certain technology. And so you've seen that in a lot of different ways in a lot of different states. And this is an evolution in that, because the administration's saying, okay, there are areas where the states should be able to regulate, just like in anything else. And frankly, that's kind of the bedrock of our American system.